Okay, so in this video we're going to learn how to find percentiles using the n+1 method, and then see how we can find the percentile for a given data value. So we're asked to find the 64th percentile from the following data. Okay, so the data must be ordered from smallest to largest. Our data is already ordered, so that's great. And what we're going to do here is use this formula here, I equals k times n+1 divided by 100. Where k is the kth percentile that we're trying to find, right? And then n is the number of data values or sample size. So in this example, our k is equal to 64 and our n is equal to 39. There are 39 values. Let's just double check that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 columns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 complete rows. So 5 times 7 is 35, 36, 37, 38, 39. Okay, so we have 39 data values. And now let's go ahead and calculate our value for I. So I is going to be our k value, which is 64, plus or times our n+1, or in other words, our 39 plus 1, divided by 100. So then we would get 64 times 40 divided by 100, which will give us, let's see here, a total of 25.6. So using decimals, you could do that as well. So a fraction, a bar here. So we get 64 times 39 plus 1, and then divided by 100. And we can see that we get 25.6. Okay, all right, so what does that mean? Well, that tells us that our percentile is in the 25th.6 position. And so when our value does not come out as a whole number, what we do is use the position. We round this number down and up. So if we round down here, I round it down, we get 25. And I round it up, we get 26. So now let's count to the 25th and 26th positions. So remember, once again, 25th and 26th position. So first, second, third, fourth, fifth, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. So this would be the 20th here, 21st, 25th would be right here. So let's go with the 25th would be here at 73, right? So that would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25th, and then the 26th position would be right here. So those values that I just highlighted, the 73 and the 76, would be the values at the 25th and 26th position. So now what we do to find the percentile, the 64th percentile, we're going to average those values. So we get 73 plus 76 and divide it by 2. And go ahead and go 73 plus 76, close, divide by 2, and we get 74.5. Okay, so 74.5 is our 64th percentile. All right, and I just want to highlight another case here. Suppose we were asked to find the 20th percentile. Okay, in other words, piece of 20. And we'll use the same data set here. I wanted to show you here because our position I came out to be a decimal, and sometimes that doesn't happen, it becomes a whole number. So for instance, if we're actually find the percentile 20 here, the only difference here is that k is 20 versus 64. So we would have to calculate I again. I would be, once again, 20 times 39 plus 1, and then divided by 100. So whatever that would be, so we would get 20 times 40 and then divide by 100. So you could see that we're going to get a nice whole number of 8, and we could double check that just to make sure. Go ahead and do it here. So we would have 20 times 20, 39 plus 1, close, divided by 100. And we see we get a nice rounded value of 8. Okay, so what does that mean? Well, that just means that our 20 percentiles is in the 8th position. Now notice it's not a decimal, so we just use the 8th position there. So what would that look like? Well, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th. So our percentile, or our piece of 20 here, would equal the 19. 20 percentile is 19. Okay, so here in this problem, we are given some test scores, and we're given a particular test score of 20, and we want to know what the percentile is for this test score of 20. To answer this question, we use this formula here that you see here, which says it's calculate 100 times the quantity x plus 0.5y all over n, where x is the number of data values less than the value starting from smallest, and then y is the number of data values equal to the value. N is the number of data values, or sample size. Okay, and so this basically tells us what percentiles this would be. So we need to identify what x is, y is, and what n is. So x is the number of data values less than the value starting from the smallest. Okay, so we were given the value of 20, and so we need to count up to 20. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So there are 14 values less than 20. All right, y is the number of data values equal to the value of 20. So let's look in our data set. There is 1, 2, 3. There are 3 data values that are equal to 20. So y equals 3. All right, so now we just punch this into our formula thing here. So we get we would get 14 plus 0.5 times 3, close it, divided by n. N is, in this case, 56, because that's how many data values we got. All right, so let's go ahead and punch that into decimals here. So we got 100 times 14 plus 0.5 times 3 divided by 56, and then that's it right there. That's 27.678 ... And of course, and we would round this normally and round to 28. So the 28, what do you call the value of 20 is the 28th percentile. Okay, that's it.